Hello, ladies and gentlemen, your beloved Viggoman here, and welcome back to Let's Build a Castle. Today, we're going to do something that I have been looking forward to for a long time now. We're going to start building the servant's house, which is this nice building you can see on the middle of the screen right now with a little bit of orange on it. I decided to go for a little bit of a planning before I started recording here. So I kind of lay out all of the build and then just filling in with all the blocks that I need here. We're going to use a base built out of mostly stone and some of the diorite blocks from this Conquest Reforged mod, which creates a very nice and bright stone texture. You can see that, and then we're adding this stucco yellow things on the top together with a little bit of wooden framings here, and it's actually turning out really cool in the end. So now what I want to do is kind of mess up the stucco a little bit. We're adding some of the stucco with a little bit of stone in them, and also I will be adding in a little bit of bricks and a little bit of different colors of stucco to make this feeling that the whole building is old and worn down, maybe has stand a lot of battles, trying to make it look realistic and give this build a little bit of character here. So you can see I'm just adding a little bit of small different blocks to here. Then I want to just fill in the roof here real quickly, just so I can get it like a nice feeling of how the whole build will be. So adding the frame of the roof here first, using wood here. You can see we're adding that all the way around. Then we're starting adding all of the roof blocks. We're going to use the normal roof blocks which we have been using for most of the builds here, which is one of the red roof bricks here. It creates a really cool style like this. It creates the style which I'm going for, which is kind of a mix between German Rhine Valley. If you have never seen castles from there, definitely go Google that up. It's one of my favorite castle areas in the world. I've been there myself, visited it, and it's beautiful. There's a lot of cool castles there. So like a mix from Rhine castle, French castles, and also Italian castles. So we're gonna kind of take some things from all those which are really cool, and I think that roof color really helps with that feeling. Even though the roof shape isn't really Italian, the color definitely is. So on the back here we're adding a little bit of crenellation here on the back, just to protect it. So as I've said in the previous episodes from this, is that I want to try to make the whole castle is like being built out of different buildings, but all of them are built into the castle wall like a part of the battlements. So with crenellations on the sides of it, or magicalations as well, and even like turrets and towers along the sides of it, just to make the whole area really defensible and really strong. Now we're adding a small stair tower here, which looks really cool from the outside. So I wanted to have something that looks really cool but also serves a purpose. So this is the stair tower, and there will also be arrow slits in the sides for this, so that in a case of enemies getting through the main gate, we will still be able to fight them from towers and turrets around the whole castle itself. So that creates another level of security and safety for the people living here. Adding a small balcony here to the front of the build, starting to work on the facade here, and I really like how this turned out here. I want to have a little bit of like this nice French detail to the front here, so I'm trying to figure out how to do that. Decided to go for some fence gates to create like this cross pattern. Looks really nice, and also decided to add a little bit of a roof or a porch area almost above the main balcony there. Then adding a little bit of windows to the top here, and another one all the way on top of the gable there. Looks really nice. Now we're moving over to the other side. We're going to do the same things. We're going to do it a little bit different here. We're going to add some windows on the top of the stucco part, but for the down parts, which is like part of the battlements, we're just going to add some arrow slits to make it defensible, you know. Trying really hard to figure out a nice way to do this facade here to make it look good, make it work and still look castle-y. I think it turned out pretty cool in the end here. You see I'm carving out some holes here for arrow slits, trying to make that work. I had a little bit of a problem with textures not connecting here, so I had to fiddle about a little bit with that, but it turned out pretty cool here. Now we're going to add a small dormer to this, just so that the people living here would have a nice view out from this building here, because it's very nicely located here. Looks very nice, guys. What we're going to do now is to go down in first person and take a look at the interior, what I've done, and see how it turned out. Okay guys, don't tell me this place is beautiful. I like it. It's like a scene out of Game of Thrones. I think it looks really, really cool. I'm so happy with the result here. And from this view down here, it looks so cool. You can see we have a big tower in the back. We have this turret or like a stair tower here. We have the blacksmith, the armory. We also have the servants building, which is what this episode is all about. So let's go inside and take a look here. I really like this entrance here with this balcony on top. Looks very cool. Adds a nice cozy feeling here. So once you go in here, you can see that I've decided to go for a more detailed, more colorful and more romantic feeling for the inside, and that is what I want to do for the rest of this build here. Try to make it look really cool. So once you go in here, we have a small pooper here, just a bucket. They could do the needed stuff. Very plain room. I really struggled to get this room working here. You can see we're trying to squeeze it in here, and then you can go through here. We have a small like hanging out area, like a lounge or something. We have a nice fireplace to heat up this whole building here. It's like a big heart in the middle of the build here. We have some chairs. We have a nice flower pot. Again, I'm using pillars. I'll show you right now. I'm using these pillars here, and then you can take them to the small pillar and it looks like a vase or something. That also goes for the other ones, all with the same kind of design here. Looks very, very nice in a build like this, and just place a flower on top. Yeah, this area looks very cool, I think. And then we have a small kitchen for the servants to make themselves a little bit of breakfast before they go to work, serving the lord of this castle here. I think it looks nice. I really like the color feeling here. It's the same color as I actually have in my real life kitchen right now. And it's just, I really like the color combination here. Looks very cool, and you can see we have some like onions and herbs and stuff, and also like a jug of milk and bread and stuff just hanging around here, making it look like people are actually using this. I think it looks very, very cool. Now we're gonna go through the stair tower here and get up to the second floor, and as you can see here, I've been creative with the walls here. I have decided to not go with any straight lines, or as little straight line as possible, and try to like curve them, make them a little bit of a diagonal to just add a lot of atmosphere in here, and I think it turned out really, really awesome. So once you go up here, this is where like the bedrooms are. So you can see we have 2 bunk beds here, and just like a small table and a closet for clothes and stuff, and it works. And then we have 2 more back here. This one also has 2 bunk beds, you can see. A small table with a candle on it and some decorations, and of course like a closet here, wardrobe or something. But in the back here, this is where the arrow slits are, and that looks so cool. I decided to add a little bit of like a curtain here, so you can pull that in front of it in case of winter or cold weather. I don't know if it would be really effective, but it would isolate it a little bit, and also maybe isolate a little bit from wind and bright sunlight in the summers, I guess. So, but this is where you would go if you want to defend the back here. Trying to just build it into the main buildings. As I've said, I want to make this whole castle be built out of buildings, which is a part of the battlement. So yeah, trying to do that in the best way possible. Here's another room, 2 bunk beds here as well, closet. This is the chimney from the kitchen going up here. Nothing too fancy, I guess. It works. Because yeah, I've tried to make the roof a little bit fancy as well. Oh, I forgot a block right here. Let's see if we can get that in. There we go. Awesome. Place that door. In here we also have another pooper. This is for the people living in this floor. They can go here instead of going all the way down. Nice small lounge area hanging out there. They're playing some chess here. And then you can go out to the balcony here, looking over the big yard here. I think it's very cool. And here, this is something I really like, because this part here leads out to above the armory. So here we have another room with 2 bunk beds. It's really hard to build in this diagonal room like this, but I think I made it work, okay? Just believe me, guys, I did the best I could in here. I know it's not too much to see, but yeah, it works. A small, tiny, squeezed-in room here. And this is a door out to the other side. You can't really open it because that's just how this mod pack works. We'll fly through on the back to take a look. Here, a small hangout area, picture or painting, and then leading out to the balcony here where we have some nice stuff like that. Let's quickly go to the back so you can see what I'm talking about. I had to improvise a little bit with the door here because this door, we don't have diagonal doors, so I had to do something different, but it works. Getting out to the battlements here, you can. We have arrow slits in the ground to shooting straight downwards, and also we have this crenellation on the side here, which looks very cool. But anyway, let's get back on the inside here. We can just sneak our way through the balcony and then go up the staircase once again, shall we? So you can see I've added arrow slits along the sides here, so as you walk up you can always defend this. And keep in mind that this staircase is placed so that if you're inside of this building and enemies are getting through here and trying to attack you, they would have to swing with their left hand to hit you, okay? But you can swing with your right hand. So everything is thought of here. This is built so it's the best for the defenders. You can swing with your right arm, you'd have an advantage in case of enemies trying to get you if you're in the building. For this floor right here, I decided to go crazy with colors, and I think it adds a nice feeling to it. Let me know down below what you think of this. I think it's cool, and as you can see I'm still going for this non-straight walls, and it adds a cool atmosphere. Can I not get through here? Man, I can't get through here. Okay, place you back there then. That still works. We have a small room here, 2 bunk beds, painting here. We have a nice window looking out. Can I not get up here? What is going on with this world? Why can I not get up? With a light table with a candle on it. It works. Just a small room. These are the servants, so nothing very spectacular should happen here, but we have just some normal bunk bed rooms. I decided to go for almost 2 bunk beds in all the rooms here. This is a chimney coming up here, and yeah, just a small room like this, it works as well. And another one right here with 2 more bunk beds, and yeah, very nice, small, simple design here. Nothing too fancy, and there we have a floating chair as well. And then in the back here we have a little bit of cargo, and this is for like arrows and armor stuff, because this is the battlements. This is part of the crenellation or the massaculations on the back here. So you would have some armor, like cargo with weapons and arrows. You can do arrows and spears and maybe like rocks and stuff to throw at your enemy. So that looks very, very cool. And overall I'm super satisfied with what we've done in today's episode. I'm glad to get all of that out of the way, because that it's really hard to like set the standard for the interior build. But now that's done, and we can just like continue building here. It's looking really, really nice from this view right here. Don't you guys think so? Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed. If so, make sure to smack that like button, and if you haven't done already, make sure to subscribe. It's been Viggoman, and I'm out.